Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Death Road to Canada with DogAndPony. I'm DogAndPony, this is Death Road to Canada, and if you want to play this game along with me, check out the links in the description below. We're going to jump right back in to our game with Wilton on day 8, and I believe 8 days left until Canada. The horror continues, yikes. How many days are we? Oh, I was right, only 8 driving days until Canada. We're going to play. Our health still isn't great, but it could be worse. And then a Sasquatch. Wilton sees a Sasquatch on the side of the road minding its own damn business. Bigfoot ain't real. Turn around and investigate. Wilton tries to wrestle it. That seems like an absolutely horrible idea. He's doing it anyway. Wilton leaps from the car and locks arms with the Sasquatch. He is put immediately into an armbar. This Sasquatch knows judo. Wilton is forced to submit to the greater opponent. Wilton's morale decreases, but his strength increases, so not a total loss. Okay, and we lost no health in that encounter, so that's not too bad. He's all alone. His morale is not going to be great. Bandit raid defense. Wilton is asked for help by a settlement. They say they will be raided by bandits soon. If Wilton helps with the defense, he will get a reward of 15 food, some ammo, and a cowboy rifle. This could be very dangerous. Let's see if Wilton has any good mechanical skills. We don't know them. But this is a good time to learn, so Wilton's going to build up these defenses. Wilton tries to build up the settlement's defenses. He tries to fortify some things, but the efforts didn't seem to help much against the vicious bandit attack. The wounded settlers accuse Wilton of wasting their time and refuse to give the reward. So our mechanical is revealed as pretty bad. Our morale went down even more and Wilton got hurt. That is a horrible outcome for us. His health is low, we have no medical supplies, and hope is running out here. Convoy on dirt road. Wilton sees a bunch of destroyed cars on a dirt road in the distance, surrounded by zombies. It may be worth the risk to walk there and see if there's any loot left. It's a thick but sluggish herd. So we're going to walk to the ruined cars. Alright. We still only have melee weapons over here. We almost got a rifle, but unfortunately Wilton's mechanical abilities just weren't as high as we needed. Alright. Okay, not too many zombies. It said it was a thick horde, but it doesn't seem to be that bad. A little bit of food, not really what I was hoping for. If I take any more hits like that, I'm probably gonna die. His health is not good. We really need medical supplies. And I need to take out as many zombies as possible early on so they don't come back and bite me later. Okay, they are bunching up quite a bit and I'm taking some dumb hits. Let's just try to circle around here, get through the thick of that. I'm not seeing any shiny cars with good stuff in them. Really just the one, and I had one food. Here's a little bit more. What do we got? One more food. Not really a great haul here for us. We can leave at any time off the side of the screen. And it looks like we've actually reached the end. There was little to no loot here. Obviously not no loot. We did get 2 food. That's 1 day's worth of food on this entire trip. Do we want to walk back to the road? Yes. Let's do it. We got 2 food. That's not great. That was an overall disappointing encounter. We've got 17 days worth of food. That's insane. That is so much. Our car looks like it's going to break down soon, which is bad because our mechanical ability is pretty low. But we got berry picking in zombie games. Wilton sets up camp for the night after being sure there's no danger here. He discovers edible berry bushes all around the campsite. The berries wouldn't be a big amount of food for the work and the sleepless night, but every bit could help. I just said we got plenty of food, so let's just go to sleep. Can't stand to lose any more morale. And here we gained a little bit back, so that's pretty good. Okay, 7 driving days until Canada. Not bad. I bet it is going to be too cold for everyone in Canada. Stop being such a pessimist, Wilton. You're only hurting yourself. Deep cut. Wilton cuts himself pretty bad while goofing off in the post-apocalypse. He will probably need stitches for his arm. Now, Wilton does have a pretty good medical ability. Every time we've tried this in the past it's gone poorly. Whether we cauterized it, stitched it up, and we've never tried to just ignore it, but I don't think we've ever tried this with someone who was good with medicine. So I think our best bet here is to have Wilton attempt to stitch himself up. We'll see how it goes. Wilton tries to suture up Wilton's arm. With no medical supplies, Wilton does the best he can. There are some issues later with infection. He didn't hurt himself anymore. Didn't realize we'd need medical supplies for that, and that's my bad. Wilton's morale decreases, but he doesn't get hurt. And we're gonna keep going. We gotta have a plan in case the car breaks down. Absolutely we do, because it is in very poor condition. We ran into a trading camp with 32 food. That's pretty good for us. We're going right on in here, and we're gonna talk to everyone and see what they got. Axe Merchant. Wilton meets a strange and menacing figure. He or she is wearing a mask and a trench coat. I sell axes, just axes. You have 32 food left. Now we could get this medieval axe, a fire axe, or an electric guitar, but we're gonna leave it be. We need a gun. We've got melee weapons aplenty. Pipe bomb supplier. Wilton finds a twitchy man selling homemade bombs. He's wearing a bulky coat with lumps bulging out from underneath. Buy my bombs. You have 32 food left. No thank you. Once again, we just want guns. Always Bergen. This is the last anime sale. This guy's doing his part to keep civilization together, but unfortunately, we're not going to help him out. What do we got? Like, is that everything we can buy here? No one's selling any guns? That's a little bit of a disappointment, and we don't have any option to rob anyone or anything like that. And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to sleep in these beds. Maybe we'll just get on out of here. I don't see any other rooms off to the side, so let's just get going. Back to our ice cream truck, start it up, and get out of here. Alright, 0 zombies destroyed, of course. I really would like an encounter with a small herd and a lot of medical supplies to pick up. That's really what we need right now, and gasoline, of course. Untouched grocery store. The outbreak in this crowded grocery store happened so fast that the panicked crowd turned into zombies before the place could be looted. Many of the groceries are still on the shelves. It's a sardine-packed swarm that is very irritated. It is after dark. We don't need food, so we're just going to drive to another location. That would be a horrible decision to go in there. Smelly rescue. Wilton spots a desperate survivor flee from a horde by jumping into the sewer. Helping would involve having to find a safer way out. It is a moderate but irritated swarm. Getting a new party member would be a huge boon for us right now. It could rescue the whole game, so we're going to rescue him or her. We're going to attempt this. Jumping on into this sewer. He's already right here. Let's give him a talking to right after we take out some of these zombies. Hopefully we don't get killed before we get him in our party. We're going to let him follow us, and we are going to immediately get going and try to find an exit. And maybe some gasoline, maybe some medical supplies. Probably not. Just got to make sure he stays alive, which I can't do much to help, because if I don't get him out of here alive, or if I don't get out of here alive with Wilton, I suspect we won't be able to continue since he's not an official member of our party yet. Who knows, maybe we'll get an option to continue as him and steal Wilton's car because Wilton doesn't need it anymore, that kind of deal. I'd rather not find that out just yet. For now, I'm just going to do my best to get us both out of here. Wilton especially. A lot of options on where to go, and we don't have time to backtrack through them and try to loot as much as we can or anything like that. We're just going to have to keep moving forward and hope we eventually find an exit. A lot of zombies, and they're getting up off the ground and stuff like that. Another door here. Maybe a ladder? Absolutely a ladder. That didn't go too poorly. We did get a little bit more hurt, but we didn't die, so we're going to climb on out and hopefully have this guy join us. I didn't catch his name before, but it is Nick. Nick catches up with Wilton at a safe spot. He offers a reward and thanks for saving him. We're just going to recruit him. We've accepted into the team and he joins it. Onward to Canada. We're in a much better position now with a single character at full health. Neither of us have very good morale, but we're not going to die immediately. We found a quick stop. After a long drive, the group finds a safe place to camp. The night passes with no incidents. We've lost 4 food, but our morale went up. Okay. We still got plenty of food for the 2 of us. 4 a night means what? That's a week, and that's about how far we are from Canada. We do have buff bandits here. I don't know what Nick's strength is. It's not revealed to us. Nick doesn't smell bad, which is rare for the Zombo-apocalypse. Zombo-apocalypse. Okay. We don't know his strength. Do we think we can do a pose off? If we fail to pose off, they just like completely rob us of everything. So we're just going to pay the toll of 9 food, take the loss, and get out of here. The group decides to play it safe. We lose 9 food. Our morale is pretty low, but that's okay. If we could get solar panels and a couple batteries, it would come in handy. I agree, but I don't even think that's actually part of the game. Car breakdown. The car is broken down from use and abuse. It won't start up again. Nick doesn't even have an option. Wilton is not strong nor mechanically educated, as far as I'm aware. So I don't want to get hurt, and I don't want to waste time. I think our best option is just to abandon the car. Wasting no time, the group decides to ditch the car and walk until they find a new vehicle. Car abandoned. I'm not expecting Wilton to survive much longer. On foot, we have a much higher chance of encountering things that just straight up take our health away. So in this case, Nick fell into a deep puddle. We lost a bunch of food, a bunch of ammo, and our morale went down to the lowest possible value. That's not okay, but I do have to click OK. We've lost more than half of our food in a very short amount of time. A leap of faith. The group gets sandwiched by zombie hordes while on a cliffside road. Without a car, the only way to escape was by jumping and hoping for the best. The fall was painful, but not fatal. Nick is hurt. So now, neither of us are at full health, and we still have no medical supplies. The group walks to the entrance of a dark tunnel. The car preservation tunnel, as we can see. It is filled with cars. There has to be some gas and a working car in there. Also, a lot of zombies that you can't escape from easily. It's a very thick but calm herd. It is late night and we're going to search this tunnel. What does Nick have in his inventory? Just a sledgehammer. So we're going to give him this meat cleaver in case he can make some good use out of it. We've both got sledgehammers. Wilton's also got this aluminum bat. For the sake of my own sanity, I'm going to make Nick the leader. And I'm going to have Wilton rest because that is an option. I don't know if he can heal up at all during the resting. I've always done it so that they could heal, but it's just now occurring to me that maybe that doesn't actually happen, especially if you don't have medical supplies. And I'm probably just kind of dumb. But Nick is going to go in alone, hopefully survive it, and get a car. Which means maybe I should give him the aluminum bat now that I think about it. Alright. This'll be good enough. Wilton gets the meat cleaver just because. He's not going to need it waiting outside the tunnel. But that's fine. Wow, okay. Off to a decent start. We want to get the max loot that we can while we're here. This is going to be a tight squeeze. Got to get through it before any zombies on the other side notice me. Made it just fine. Zigzagging through here. Dodging. Not getting hit. That was pretty skillful, I gotta say. I'm proud of that. 30 gasoline. This broken down hybrid has 14 more in it. This car has even more. That's 22. We are at 68 gas plus whatever is in the car to begin with. Starting to restock our food. I know I missed one vehicle back there that could have been looted, but it was not safe. Not a good option. Gonna dodge up and around, minimize the amount that I get hit, and just get in on the passenger side of this vehicle. We are starting it up. It seems to be in pretty good condition, so we're going to floor it on out of here, pick up Wilton. We got 97 gasoline out of that and just 1 food, but that is enough for 3 days now. Okay. Overall, a good encounter. I would love to pick up some medical supplies. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but medical supplies are super important. The group drives into a new city. Noises from the car have already started to draw attention from the herd of undead. It just says from the undead. The swarm size is moderate. but irritated. We're gonna go to this apartment with a bark banner and pick us up another teammate. It will be a dog, and that is just fine with me. At least I think that's what's gonna happen. Wilton's gonna stay resting. No reason to bring him along before he gets healed up a little bit more. Normally I was gonna say normally I'd try to loot as many buildings as possible on my way to finding the actual event, which in this case is the bark banner. And I'm still gonna do just that, so I might as well not have mentioned it to begin with. There's nothing in here. Why did I go in there? It seemed more promising. I don't think I need to come up with any excuses for that. How am I supposed to know that entire building was gonna be completely empty? There is still no loot here. Throw in that table. That table did some work. A lot of food. That's for 2 of us. Oh, there we go. 3 people. That's 1 night of food. We're gonna have 2 people and a dog, and that still uses the same amount. I wonder if different sized dogs consume different amount of food, because they should. I think a small dog should not eat two whole cans of food in a night. A little crazy. Wow, we're getting a lot of food. And I'm pretty confident that we're not going to run out. So from this point, once again, I'm going to mention medical supplies, throwing out those vibes so maybe the game will hear me and abide. This crowd is accumulating pretty quickly, but I managed to get around them just fine. 6 shotgun shells for my non-existent shotgun. I guess I can't really complain about it, but it could have been better. Alright, we've done this whole building. Go on out. We're going to go out swinging just in case, but I think we're going to be fine. There we go. We hit that guy. Didn't necessarily need to. I think we're going to skip over that house for now and run in here to pick up our the dog friend that I'm expecting to find. Okay, a little bit more shotgun ammo. Maybe we'll find a shotgun. It would be nice. You know, a little bit more crowd control. Never hurt. Oh man, I can't believe I made it through that doorway safely. I really thought I was going to get caught up in that crowd. And I almost backed up to avoid it, and that probably would have been a lot more dangerous for me. Just gotta keep trucking along here. Maybe get this cabinet on our way out. I was able to do that. Finally got some medical supplies. It's a start. I didn't know what that was on the ground there. I thought it was going to just be some loose bullets, but it did end up being a med kit, and that's great. Need a little bit more space back here if I'm going to circle around and not get hit and not have to go through the crowd. I haven't found the dog yet, which is surprising to me. Alright, so far, not too bad. That was the worst of it, I think. Hopefully nothing worse in our future. The dog's got to be in this next room over here, and I'm expecting that it'll be our last room for this house. There is not a dog here. The bark banner lied to me. Unless I missed something, we are going to be walking out of here alone, and that's a little disappointing. I wish I hadn't broken that cabinet. I was trying to swing at the zombie, not the cabinet, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. Gonna try to skirt around here. Alright. Oh, there is one more room I haven't explored. And here's the dog. Wonderful. What's a dog doing here? Well, you know, he did write a banner. You should have expected it. The dog seems unusually tame. Most dogs that are still alive have become feral at this point. This dog seems eager to see humans. We're gonna let this dog follow us, and we're gonna be happy to do it. Lorinda starts following Nick. She could be useful if you can get her out of here alive. Or a handy distraction if you can't. That's not gonna happen. We are getting her out of here alive. I guarantee it. Did that dog just attack that zombie with a knife? No, I don't think so. I think it dropped the knife and then attacked him. We are gonna run in here real quick. We are gonna run back out. No, not worth it. Not even a little bit worth it. There were too many zombies in there. We've got a decent amount of loot from this trip. Lorinda has made it into the car. We are starting it up and we're out of here in much better shape than we were going in. I'm happy with that. Okay. Lorinda catches up with the group at a safe spot. She seems like she wants to stick around. Nick sizes up her skills. Her medical is revealed. Not good. Her mechanical revealed. Terrible. Shooting. Terrible. Strength. Not good. Fitness. Not good. But we learned that Nick's wits are pretty good and his attitude is not. We are going to recruit Clorinda to the team. We could set her free, but why would we do that? She wants to be with us. We're going to recruit her. The group accepts Clorinda to the team. Clorinda joins it. I gotta say, I'm not too surprised that this dog's medical and mechanical and shooting aren't great. I was hoping its fitness might be a little bit better, but not too worried. Cabin with wood stove. The group finds a cabin in the woods with no zombies in sight. It has a wood stove in it, but no wood. The group eats a decent meal, -6, but -6 food, but our morale goes up a little bit. Do we want to go out and chop wood or just go to sleep? I don't even know if we've ever tried chopping wood. Maybe we'll be warm for the night and it'll boost our morale, and we could definitely use that. We're gonna go out and chop some wood. Who should go out? Who should go chop the wood? It's really hard work. Maybe we'll just send Wilton. He's been so useless lately. He's healed up a little bit, probably thanks to the medical supplies that seem to have been used already. We know that Wilton's strength is bad, but I don't know if this actually uses strength. It probably uses fitness, so I'll take a risk. Maybe we'll learn Wilton's fitness skill here. Let's have Wilton do it. Wilton chops a bunch of wood and gets the wood stove going before passing out from exhaustion. He will be very tired tomorrow. We'll let him rest up in the car. That's not a problem. Wilton's strength increases. Good. The fire feels great. Wilton's attitude revealed. He has a bad attitude, and not in the good way. Not like B.A. Baracus from the A-Team. Traffic jam. A sea of cars blocks the road ahead. The pileup is so bad that there is no obvious way through. We could either do some aggressive off-roading, we could find a new route, or we could abandon the car and walk. That's a terrible idea. We just got this thing. It's in great condition. Aggressive off-roading might be okay. Let's see. It's Nick's option, and he has some pretty good wits, but we don't know his composure, and I'm guessing that that's what that's going to use. I think finding a new route's going to use our wits, so let's try it out. Nick decides to make a detour. The detour goes unexpectedly well. This event is called Woo! Nick's morale increases. Alright, positive outcomes are what we're looking for. Our health is not bad. We might be able to take everybody out on our next excursion, but for now we're going to be doing some trading on the death road. At this trader camp here, with our 22 food, let's see what we got for us. Alright. Mechanic Savant. The group meets a woman wearing oil-stained coveralls. I can help you get better at repairing stuff. It's a real handy skill. Might save your life. We're gonna leave for now. Sorry about that, but let's look at this strength trainer. It's an old but fit man in matching gray sweatpants and sweatshirt. He screams something about building mass in bulk with an intense strength routine. He flails towards some heavy objects lying around. You have 22 food left. Do we want to do a pose off with this guy? I think it'll end up very embarrassing for us. I don't think he has a good strength. We don't know it. We don't know his strength. We can learn. Let's leave for now, because I think if we lose the pose off, we are shamed out of the trader camp. Rifle collector. The group talks to a meek-looking woman. She invites you to check out her collection of rifles. I found so many that I'm looking to sell some. You have 22 food left. I want to buy a rifle. I do. But if we buy this cowboy rifle for 10 food, we will only have 2 days of food left for the 3 of us. Leave her for now. Let's see what we got. This guy says, just take things a day at a time. I guess that's all we can do. I was in a big team once, but everyone got eaten. That's sad for you. And beware the clown. I hope that is not an indication of things to come, because that sounds terrifying. Alas, poor Jean-Paul. I knew him, Nick. What is... Oh, okay, right. This is a cemetery. She's looking at someone she knew and mourning them. Alas, poor Arlen. I knew him, Nick. The weird part to that is how they know my name. That's what gets me most. Okay. So we can either try to buy this cowboy rifle or try to do this pose off. Obviously, we could do both, but I want to do the pose off first to alleviate myself of any responsibility on not being able to buy that cowboy rifle. Nick declares the pose off. Nick wins the pose off! His strength is revealed as good, and it increases, and our morale goes up. That's perfect. Now we buy the cowboy rifle. That was the best thing we could have possibly accomplished here, and I'm so happy about it. Cowboy rifle for 10 food, absolutely. The group buys a cowboy rifle. The collector throws in some ammo for free along with a second rifle. Even better than I could have hoped for. This was a great excursion. Let's get going. I'm feeling pretty hopeful after that. I got to admit that I was not prior to it. Unfortunately, that is all for now. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button below and subscribe if that's your bag. I'll see you in the next episode.